Hello friends, welcome to my channel Cryptic Wisdom. Friends, let's start today's story. In a serene village surrounded by lush green mountains, there lived a young martial arts student named Rohan. Eager and passionate about mastering the art of combat, Rohan trained under the wise and revered Master Chun. The dojo was a humble place, filled with the sounds of rustling leaves and the distant chirping of birds. A perfect setting for learning the ancient wisdom of martial arts. Rohan spent many hours honing his skills, practicing the fluid movements of his teacher's style. He learned to balance strength with grace, precision with patience. Yet, despite his dedication, Rohan often felt a restlessness within him. He admired various martial arts styles he had seen in the village and heard stories of legendary masters who practiced different forms. This longing sparked an idea that would change his path forever. One bright morning, after a rigorous training session, Rohan approached Master Chun with a question that had been weighing on his mind. "Master," he said, "I'd like to improve my knowledge of martial arts. In addition to learning from you, I'd like to study with another teacher to learn another style. What do you think of this idea?" Master Chun, known for his wisdom and insight, considered the question thoughtfully before responding. "The hunter who chases two rabbits catches neither one," he said, his eyes steady and calm. The words hung in the air, prompting Rohan to reflect deeply on their meaning. "Master," Rohan began, "I understand your point, but I believe that to excel, one has to focus all energy on the task at hand." He felt the need to defend his desire for broader knowledge. "Isn't it possible that the more moves or strategies I know, the stronger and wiser I will become? After all, they say a jack of all trades is a master of none." Master Chun nodded slowly, acknowledging the student's perspective. While that saying holds some truth, there is also wisdom in focusing on one path. Consider this. If the rabbits are sitting close together, you can get both with one shotgun blast. However, if you attempt to catch them separately, you may leave empty-handed. Rohan pondered this. "So you're saying that if I spread myself too thin, I may end up not mastering either style?" "Exactly," replied Master Chun. "Stay focused on one thing. Trying to grasp everything will often result in grasping nothing." Rohan's brow furrowed as he considered the implications. But what about the idea of learning from multiple sources? Can a student improve that which he has not yet mastered? "I could learn from both you and another master, combining our teachings." "Indeed," Master Chun agreed. "But remember, if you learn from only one master, you will absorb both his strengths and his flaws. Going with two masters may give you the best of both worlds, but it can also lead to confusion and dilution of your practice. You may find yourself torn between conflicting philosophies." Rohan felt the weight of this wisdom pressing upon him. But wouldn't uniting the knowledge or insight from two masters result in a greater understanding? 1 + 1 can be more than 2 if the insights are combined. Master Chun smiled gently. That is true in some contexts. Yet it is essential to recognize that even the most enlightened minds can differ significantly. Engaging with multiple perspectives can be enlightening, but it may also cloud your judgment. The student must navigate these waters carefully. As Rohan mulled over his teacher's words, he recalled an amusing incident he had witnessed in the village. It reminds me of a candid camera segment I saw in the early 60s. A little grocery store put a big table outside heaped with oranges and a sign that said free, but they purposely didn't leave anything to carry them in. It was humorous to watch everyone try to take 3 or 4 oranges more than they could humanly carry. The lesson is clear. If you get greedy, you might end up with nothing. Master Chun chuckled at the memory. A perfect illustration. The desire for more can sometimes lead to losing what you already have. Focus, Rohan. The man who serves two masters serves none. Feeling inspired, Rohan decided to observe his fellow students more closely. Over the following weeks, he noticed a range of approaches among his peers. Some were devoted solely to Master Chun's teachings, immersing themselves in each technique and philosophy. Others flitted between different masters, experimenting with various styles, but never truly committing to one. One evening, during a training session, Rohan approached his friend, Amit, who was known for his eclectic approach to martial arts. Amit, Rohan asked, "Do you think it's better to focus on one style or to learn from multiple masters?" Amit, wiping the sweat from his brow, replied thoughtfully, "I think it depends on the individual. For me, learning from different masters opens my mind to diverse techniques. But I must admit, it's challenging to master any single style that way. I often feel like a jack of all trades, master of none." Rohan nodded in understanding. "That's what I'm grappling with. Master Chin says that one should concentrate on one thing at a time, and I see the wisdom in it. Yet, part of me is curious about what I might gain from studying another style." Amit smiled knowingly. "It's a delicate balance, my friend. Perhaps you could experiment for a time, then decide which path truly resonates with you. But be mindful that too many distractions can lead to losing your way." Encouraged by this conversation, Rohan spent the next few weeks dedicating himself to Master Chin's teachings while also exploring other martial arts schools. He practiced the flowing movements of Tai Chi, the powerful strikes of Muay Thai, and the intricate forms of capoeira. While each style fascinated him, Rohan found himself growing increasingly frustrated as he struggled to integrate these diverse techniques into his practice. One day, after a particularly grueling training session where he felt he had made little progress, Rohan returned to the dojo, disheartened. Master Chin noticed his student's demeanor and called him over. "Rohan," the master said, "what troubles you?" "I feel overwhelmed, master," Rohan admitted. "I've been trying to learn from multiple teachers, but instead of gaining knowledge, I feel lost. I'm not mastering anything. Instead, I'm spreading myself too thin." Master Chin placed a reassuring hand on Rohan's shoulder. "You have discovered an important truth. The journey to mastery is not a race. It requires patience, focus, and dedication. You cannot serve two masters without risking the essence of your training." Rohan sighed, understanding dawning upon him. "You're right, master. I think I need to refocus on my training here with you. I can always explore other styles later, but I must first cultivate my roots." Master Chin smiled, pleased with Rohan's realization. "Remember, it is better to cultivate depth than breadth. Focus on the path before you, and let the rest unfold naturally." With renewed determination, Rohan returned to his training under Master Chin. He immersed himself fully in the teachings of his master, practicing diligently and embracing the philosophy of martial arts. Each movement felt more profound as he honed his skills, mastering the intricacies of his chosen style. As the weeks turned into months, Rohan began to see significant improvements. His confidence grew, and he felt a sense of peace he hadn't experienced before. The dojo became a sanctuary where he could connect with his true self, free from the distractions of trying to chase multiple paths. One day, while practicing in the dojo, Rohan was approached by a fellow student, Priya. "Rohan, I've seen how focused you've become. You've grown stronger and more graceful in your movements. What changed for you?" she asked, her curiosity evident. "Honestly, Priya, I realized that I was trying to learn too much at once," Rohan replied. "Master Chin taught me the importance of focus. By dedicating myself to one style, I've been able to deepen my understanding and skill. It's been a transformative experience." Priya nodded, impressed. "That makes sense. I've often felt tempted to learn from different teachers, but maybe I should follow your example. It seems to be working for you. Focus on one path for now," Rohan encouraged. "When the time is right, you can explore other avenues." Remember the old Hindu reference. There is one mountain with many roads leading to the peak. Each road is valid, but you cannot reach the top by trying to follow two at the same time. As Rohan's journey continued, he discovered a deeper appreciation for the art of martial combat. The lessons learned from Master Chun transcended the physical practice. They permeated his daily life. He began to understand that martial arts were not merely about fighting, but also about self-discipline, respect, and balance. One evening, as he sat in meditation after training, Rohan reflected on the teachings he had absorbed. He recognized the truth in Master Chen's wisdom and the clarity that came with focusing on a single path. The teachings of different masters, though valuable, could wait until he had mastered his own. Anyone who puts much stock in the idea of chasing multiple masters should also consider the wisdom of Bruce Lee, Rohan thought. His philosophy in the Tao of Jeet Kune Do emphasizes the importance of finding peace within oneself. Life is not merely a chase. It's about embracing the journey. With each passing day, Rohan felt more aligned with his purpose.